Hi guys, today I'm taking you on a thrift store trip. We're gonna go look for some homeschooling treasures that we can use. This is a collaboration hosted by Jackie over at These Days. Go check out her channel next. She's an awesome mom, has amazing tips and advice for you homeschooling moms. I really appreciate her putting this collaboration together. There's also going to be a link in the description box below to the playlist with all the other moms and their thrifting hauls. So go check out that list next and see what other treasures the other moms found. All right, let's jump into it. I found a huge stack of these Disney Princess phonics books, and they're categorized by the letter and sound that you're currently working on, which is really helpful for kids learning to read. So this is definitely a set you could use with your kindergartner. This Planet Earth book is perfect as an extra resource to bring in for science. Here's a great book you could use to have art class. It's got a bunch of great crafting ideas in it. Now, some of the stuff that you'll find at like the Goodwill might have writing in it, so you do want to check the pages for that. This is an awesome book for kindergarten through first grade, but it does have some writing in it, so sometimes you might find books that only have a very little bit, and so it's still worth it to buy it because you can use so many of the other pages. Here's a great book to bring in for some science experiments. This book would be great for preschoolers and kindergartners, and it's teaching letters and numbers through music. Here's a set where you've got the reader book, and then you've got the notebook, like the work text that goes along with it. Here's another set. You've got the Life Science Teacher's Edition book and the workbook for the students. You can also find lots of chapter books for your child to read. I found some of the Magic Tree House series there, Junie B. Jones, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. That's a classic that usually gets assigned. So if you're like me and don't love having to check things out from the library, I'm always nervous that my kids are gonna rip them and I'm gonna have to pay for them anyways, then it's great to go check out some thrift stores and see if they have any of this stuff on hand already that you can get for dirt cheap and then not have to really worry about what happens to it. Then I headed over to the random stuff section, and I was looking to see if they had any school supplies or just organizational items or other things that I could use in our homeschool room. They did have a good amount of stuff. Now, some of this stuff was not any cheaper than getting it at Walmart, so sometimes you do have to check the price, but sometimes you can get a whole stack of stuff cheaper than what you can get at the store, so that's a big win. This paper organizer is definitely a great deal at only $3.99, and it's such a cute color. I do really enjoy the hunt because you can find the most random stuff at thrift stores, and this bucket of rocks and gems is pretty random, but also a really great price at only $4.99. This is pretty cool. It's fun to look for random things that the kids can use for crafting time, where they can just kind of pull whatever we have in our drawers and create whatever they want with it. They also had a couple of different iPad cases and covers, so that's something that you could go and check out. They were a lot cheaper than buying brand new, so you might just find the exact one that you want there. You can also look for office supplies there. They had hole punchers and file folder holders and organizers. This binder is so cute. My daughter is going to go crazy for this. I love it. Okay, so I just got done at the Goodwill, and I just went to one, and of course, you know, there's going to be different stuff at every Goodwill that you go to, so I could probably continue to scour the other Goodwills around our area and find even more awesome treasures. But just wanted to give you an idea of some things to maybe look for when you're going into these thrift stores. You might be surprised at the things that you find. So I'm about to go into a family-owned book thrift store that's near us, and it's a really special place, and they do have a section that's totally dedicated to homeschool stuff, and then just books galore. The other great thing about these bookstores is being able to find books for your kids to read that obviously aren't full price. And this particular thrift store is owned by a homeschool mom. So she's full of awesome tips and, oh, here's what my kid liked to read when they were this age, and has lots of great advice. So that's really helpful. I was able to find a lot of awesome chapter books there for my kids to read. They had like the Magic Treehouse series, they had Junie B. Jones, Ranger in Time, the Dogman series, all kinds of great series that I could snag for my 2nd and 4th grader. And then they also have this really cool section, they call it Blind Date with a Book, where they gift wrap chapter books and they write on there what age it's for and like a little description for you, so you kind of know what you're getting into, but it's still a surprise. I really loved this idea. They have a whole section just for homeschool books. They have so many subjects ranging lots of grades, so there was a lot to look through. I won't go through every single thing that they have there. They actually had a handwriting book from Handwriting Without Tears, which I've been looking into this program for a while now, so I was super excited to find this at the thrift store. This is exactly what I need. They had Abeka books, they had the Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons. And finding arts and crafts books at thrift stores, I think, is an awesome way to incorporate some arts and crafts into your homeschool. I picked up Uni the Unicorn storybook for my 2nd grader and the Unicorn Rescue Society, and the Merlin series from the Magic Treehouse for my 4th grader. I grabbed Galactic Hot Dogs and Swindle. And just wanted to throw it out there that homeschooling does not need to be expensive. There's all kinds of different ways you can go about it. You don't have to get an all-in-one kit. You can pull different resources together and even make your own curriculum out of those books. So if you're on a tight budget, or you are just looking for a different way to do things other than just an all-in-one kit, or if you just need some extra books for your kids to read or some different supplies, check out thrift stores. They might surprise you what you're able to find there. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully that was helpful to you. And don't forget to check out the playlist below full of other moms homeschooling thrift hauls, and check out what other treasures that they found. If you are new to my channel, I like to talk about homeschooling and life as a family of 6 and traveling as a family. So if that interests you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below and join us here every week. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hope you guys are having an amazing school year so far, and praying that the rest of the school year is fruitful and productive for your family. Until next time, happy schooling.